We are back in our discussion format with Attack on Titan Season 4, Episode 20.
Yeah.
We are very calm and collected, civilized individuals who know how to, hold ourselves eloquently.
Yeah, high standards.
And we
represent ourselves well. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We're very polite and we have great etiquette. We know what the big and the small forks are for at dinner, and which one's the soup spoon. We're I don't know. I don't fucking know. I work really hard on notes.
Yeah, I'm like, I think because honestly, like I get your visceral reaction to wanting to rip it, but because of how much you love your notes, it shocked me like even more. Like, you're very particular about your notes and them being heavily organized and, secure in one book that is purely Attack on Titan. A lot of tape.
Yeah, I am obviously very what I'm about to say is extremely subjective, and I just came out of the movie theater, so to speak, but I can't imagine a better episode or a better story or a better series or a better anime or a better I don't fucking know. That was so fucking good, and it didn't come at some cheap like rug pull plot twist. It was
a masterful plot twist.
It was a masterpiece. I don't seeing Eren and Zeke standing in shots that we saw when we first started this series might have been the most surreal thing I've ever experienced in anime.
Like, I know we say oh, we'll be so excited to be able to rewatch this show. And obviously, still, of course, definitely want to rewatch it. But it was really, really nice to... Sometimes I don't like recaps or reshowings of things. Sometimes I think it feels used to take up time and fill things. But sometimes it's used to either re-immerse you when you're back into watching the show after an episode has ended. And other times, like this, which I've never seen before, it's used to show you that you were only seeing it from one angle. You weren't seeing the whole memory and everything that was included, everything that was in the background. You were only seeing it in a very kind of curated way. And it just opened up here.
Do you want to know what we were seeing it in? We were allowed to see it with whatever Eren decided he wanted us to see. From season 1, there's that, we saw the story play out in a very specific way for a reason.
And obviously, those memories when they happened to a childhood Eren, if we are now learning how much of a mastermind adult Eren can be, then obviously he's only going to, as Grisha said, Grisha is only being given some memories. Child Eren is also being given some memories, specific memories of Grisha, specific memories of, what's to come. My God.
I want to look at this line. This isn't the only time
in Two Brothers
this line happened. In Two Brothers, but this is
about being born. Is that what you're going for?
No.
Oh, okay. Because I thought that would be what it was, since it was kind of repeated.
No, it's this is the second time we've gotten this shot in Two Brothers. So we had already seen this a few episodes prior about how Grisha's memories opened up to Eren, and Eren's words about Grisha slaughtering the Wall's royal family.
He crushed,
and it crushed their little kids
and smeared them like bugs.
I felt it too. Bro, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my God.
Honestly, I don't even know if I can tap into how I feel about Eren right now. In any sort of personal, I like this character, I'm proud of them. I don't know. I don't think I can tap into any of that right now, because all I feel, and the overwhelming feeling, is
he's cold as fuck.
That I am entertained. I am impressed by this character writing, and I am oh my God, what's coming next? This episode shook me. I am shocked. I am surprised.
I'm kind of I don't know what to do right now.
I think we just need to skip through the episode. Like, you know, really, actually, because there was a lot of great dialogue.
But no, that's what I mean. Because, like, I'd say, like, the first 45%, 40% of this episode, I was, like, so enamored and, like, oh my god, I can't wait to talk about the lines that we've gotten, the shots that we've gotten.
And then
I can't wait to show Anna
crazy.
The reflection of Porco in the intro.
Yeah.
Fuck all of that, bro.
And then it all went crazy. I was like, wow, we're getting some great dialogue. Yeah. Awesome. Can't wait to, like, go back and reread this and unpack it.
Now I'm speechless.
And now we're like, what just happened? It is like the rug pulled from under you. You're like, you think you know what you're, you know, I was like, wow, it is kind of crazy that Zeke, I thought the plot twist, or I thought that the big thing that was happening in this episode was that Zeke was learning through walking through Grisha's memories how Grisha truly felt. I thought that was enough. In the beginning of this episode, I was like, wow, I'm so glad that, like, we're getting to walk through Grisha's memories and Zeke and Eren are doing it together. This is awesome. And I thought that that's all it was going to be, and it was gonna stop there, and that was what the point was.
Yo, when Grisha walked up to the church the first time, that's when everything went fucking, like, just throwing everything at the wall. Like, I was like, what? Like, what does this mean? Like, he found it this long ago? And yet he waited?
And Zeke was even like, wait, what?
I was like, what? Okay, you're right, though. We should go through it from the beginning, because I don't think I can handle myself otherwise, you know?
I thought you were cool, calm, and collected.
Yeah, I am. Yes.
Okay.
Me being cool, calm, and collected. So, beginning of the episode.
There was a baby. And I at first was like, Historia's baby?
Yeah.
Because that is the only baby I thought was possibly going to be shown to me. Didn't even think about the memories route beforehand.
Yeah. It's a really, really weird feeling seeing Grisha be a genuinely, like, happy in the moment father. Mm-hmm. And, like, just, like, how, like, Eren's, like, pulling at his cheek and, like, just, you know, it's, like, very just, oh my god, he's an actual father. And just getting the reiteration of fucking, like, look, Grisha's like, oh, I hope I'm doing everything right. And, like, it's like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm having a really hard time putting my feelings into words right now. That was fucking nuts. But as Zeke walks out the door and Eren just, like, stays behind.
Lingers.
You like, looking at this right afterwards, mm-hmm. like, after what we just got, is really fucking with me. Like what is going through Eren's mind right now? Must be nice, Grisha. Here you can live out a happy life.
I mean, when we first started this episode, I think I had said it maybe previously that I had felt like I didn't think Grisha had brainwashed Eren. And I did feel that it just didn't seem like that was how Eren acted, or how some of the scenes we had seen, which were very few, between Eren and his father, but then by talking about his father and then just from seeing how Eren acted, it didn't really, like, fit that I thought he was in fact brainwashed to do anything. It seemed like he lived rather freely, and then that was kind of validated at the beginning of this episode. Obviously Zeke assumed otherwise before walking this memory path.
Eren's, like, just, like, such, like, this whole entire episode is looking at Zeke like, you stupid motherfucker. You have no fucking clue what, like, I'm just gonna sit here and wait for I'm gonna wait for instant and infinite amount of time and let you take me through this entire thing. Mm-hmm. And I'm just gonna watch you the entire time, knowing how much of a fucking idiot you are. Like,
especially with some lines we get later about kind of how confident Eren is in knowing himself.
I just want to specify, I'm not saying that I believe that Zeke or what he was doing or his plan or anything is stupid. I am solely talking about
how
the
Eren
expression on Eren's face and what I funnily or comedically imagine to be going through his head when he's staring at Zeke in these memories. So good.
I like that they both chose to, like, grow out their hair a little bit in ways to kind of symbolize their father. That works for me for this episode, with, like, both of them being in the room with Grisha.
Eren chasing a butterfly. The last thing we get in the new intro is a butterfly being crushed by a colossal titan.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
It's and the butterfly was going towards Grisha. Oh. It's almost like this feeling of, like, hope.
Next one.
God
And
damn.
then we learn that Grisha was purposefully trying to climb the ladder, if you will, in terms of like who he treated, making sure he treated people of high standing also.
Aaron being like Zeke's like, do you know why, Aaron? Like ready to like give him the fucking like spiel of his life, being able to like lay down some wisdom on his younger brother Aaron.
Oh, this interaction was hilarious.
And Aaron immediately is like, because he's an asshole who tossed his family into a ditch to restore Eldia. I get it now. I was wrong. And Zeke was like, I didn't even get the pleasure of saying that. Like, I just wanted to say it. You're like, what the hell? You don't have to learn so quick.
It's like all of this is just kind of a game, almost, to Aaron.
Aaron, like, you know what this is to me? This is Aaron already knowing, since the whole future Attack Titan thing, this is Aaron already knowing what Zeke's gonna say before he said it, so he said it before he could. Like, to just kind of even throw in a fucking Easter egg for Zeke. After Zeke's learning everything, he's probably like, thinking back this.
I'm no longer brainwashed.
Yeah.
That whole interaction was hilarious, because he's just... It's like he is kind of entertained right now by this whole scenario.
God, seeing all the memories of Aaron as a kid growing up with Hans, Grisha, and having Zeke and Aaron... present self, I guess, not future self, or just watching by. Mm-hmm. Who do you think Aaron's looking at?
I believe that might be the person that Grisha was previously treating when they were outside the window having that conversation, and then this, either he put them on some type of sleeping medicine and or they have died and he is stealing documents from in their desk. Gotcha. Is what I'm guessing. This is him tracking down, I guess, who the royal family in fact is.
Fucking Kenny.
And Grisha, when we're seeing him, even before he gets to the hideout, he has like this sweat droplet drawn on his face. Like, none of this is something he's comfortable with. And it reminds me back to how he seemed and how he felt when Kruger kind of was like, it's your turn now, I'm putting this onto you. And he was just like...
My biggest, like, holy shit, this episode's really fucked up and I can't believe they're going there, originally was like, man, that sucks that, like, I can't imagine what Zeke's thinking right now. Grisha chose the second son and is like, oh yeah, I like this son better. He's cuter than you were. Sorry. I'm gonna, like, you know, pick him. I'm gonna treat him differently and better. And then obviously it goes down in a fucking crazy different direction. But in the moment, I was like, man, that's a fucked up sight to see.
Honestly, through this whole episode, Zeke goes through an emotional journey.
Yeah.
Of, feeling a lot of different things, going from a place where he's like, my father is a horrible, vile man that brainwashed me and my brother, to my father is a horrible man that brainwashed me but was nice to the second brother but didn't love me as much, and then like so on and so forth. He goes down this line and kind of developing how he views Grisha, and it's changing fluidly throughout the memories and the episode.
So how do you perceive this scene? So to lay out the scene, it's Grisha being passed out, working on writing on the book, while Zeke is in the background after he realized that, you know, he's going to give like this second life more time, and said that it's a stark contrast for me. It seems that he learned from his past mistakes. And then, however, you moved exactly how father wanted you to.
And that's a good foreshadowing line.
Yeah.
That is like flipped on its head when you get to the end.
But look at this. However, you moved exactly how father wanted you to. The original you is gone. Sooner or later, you'll see. And then watch this. Ready? Aaron like notices the picture of Zeke, Grisha, the fam, and then immediately like stares at it, and then that's when Grisha starts like talking about saying sorry, Zeke. Do you think
he like put Zeke's image into Grisha's head mind as Grisha was sleeping
to like fuck with Zeke or get him to doubt like his entire message here?
Is the whole point of this is Aaron just trying to like fix a family?
I don't know how you got that.
I'm just messing. Like, is Aaron trying to like rebuild Zeke and Grisha's relationship and get them to the point they get to at the very end of the episode? I'm like, obviously, Aaron, I don't know how he feels at the moment or what he's doing, but to plant Zeke, possibly, if we're going the route that is possibly Aaron's doing by recognizing the photograph.
He's like, Zeke, is that you? It's like Aaron showed him like a picture of who he is currently, you know? Like, let him peek into what it looks like now. Or it was because maybe that
Yeah, and Aaron has the Attack Titan too, so anything Aaron sees.
But obviously Aaron can manipulate the memories Grisha sees.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the big
Maybe
fucking takeaway.
Maybe this is where he learns that. Maybe this is where he learns that he can influence this plane. Is here when he's thinking about that picture, and maybe he does something internally in his mind, and then that's why he's like, wait, what? It worked, and now Dad can see us. And then that's how he learns that he can influence this plane, and he can do something to the past. He has to learn that somehow. And maybe this is the moment that we're seeing where he learns that he can do that.
Maybe. I'm trying to find... I'm usually pretty good with this stuff, but I'm not doing great. I'm looking for the conversation that Aaron had with Hanji after they met for the first time in the basement, because I want to get the actual quote correct. But, yes. Their memories will tell you how to use it.
The memories will tell you how to use it.
The fucking future memories, like, not the past memories. Like, he knows.
Your older self will teach you what to do, basically. The memories of the future. It's just,
it's just thinking on, like, all these specific memories I have. And I know that I only remember a fucking, like, 3% of what has happened. And if that. And I'm still, like, trying to, like, holy shit, the repercussions, like, the callbacks that you'd be able to make and fit in, right? I'm just blown away. It was like, don't be silly, a bearded man can't be Zeke. Next memory, Zeke.
See, it's like he wants to, it's like he just realized something here, possibly. And so he's like, okay, let's see if I can do it again. Let's see if something else can happen later. Let's see how much influence I can actually have.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
For the intro?
Yes, the Porco. This is what I have lived my life for. I'm ready for this moment to see what the reflection is. It's about to happen.
Now I'm worried that I, like, might have seen it wrong. I don't think I did, but... Yep.
Oh, it's Ymir.
Uh-huh. How cool is that?
Wow.
I mean, it makes sense. It's the person before him.
Wow.
Her eyes are closed.
A person who was also slightly self-sacrificial to the people that they cared about.
God, that's something. I guess
they kind of have not like slightly similar personalities. I can't like totally break it down, but I'm feeling it a little bit.
Well, like I get the how it could have been Marcel, but I think this makes more sense narratively for it to be Ymir and the reflection of an intro.
Especially with how this intro is and what other visuals we get of like all of them standing on the wall, and it really is an opening that is bringing the past and what is currently happening together, and then even like the paths and maybe even the future all in one, kind of a culmination of everything that we're getting in this season.
So as I'm like scrolling back to present day.
Scrolling back.
Sorry, God, technology. Flipping pages back. I passed
books.
I passed Ilse's notebook.
I loved Ilse's notebook.
So do you think that every time somebody's turned into a Titan, they, like just a regular Titan, not like one of the 9, they're able to see memories of the past and know who the original founder was? Or was that Titan...
I believe that Titan was an abnormal.
Oh no, that Titan was one of the ones who got pushed off the wall.
Yes, it was
right?
the one that was next to Ymir, and I believe it was also an abnormal because it didn't want to attack anyone.
Yeah, the word, wasn't she on the Titan in Ilse's notebook? Where were they from? The Ymir memory?
They were from Marley.
Okay, right? So they were part of the Restorationists who knew of the history about the original founder of Ymir. Mm-hmm. God, that's fucking.
And that's why they named Ymir.
God,
or the person
damn
that took Ymir from what I'm assuming was somewhat of an orphanage of sorts.
Holy, and talking about like the idea of like a. I don't know, like a vessel that is like fake royal blood. Oh my God, dude. I don't know. I don't even know.
And now, of course, we know that they were killed. I mean, the Marleyans wouldn't want someone of royal blood of the Eldians, around announcing themselves, growing the amount of Eldians that would join the Restorationists. It makes... At first, I thought they were... when we first got those memories of Ymir, I thought that they were killed because they were pretending to be... She was pretending to be the royal family, or it was sacrilege or treasonous of some sort to have these gatherings. I did not go the route of, obviously we learn later about the restorationists, and of course Marley wouldn't want the Eldians to kind of try to combine their powers and secretly meet in order to, talk about the founder highly, positively, because of the textbooks that Marley pushes of what the history is and how you need to view Ymir. Makes a lot more sense now.
I feel like such an idiot right now. Like, not in, I just don't feel like I'm able to put my, thoughts and feelings into words because I'm like so caught up and fucked because of this past episode. It was so like I can't get over it. Like, I don't know the last time I've reacted this way and felt this way after watching a movie or TV show. Like, I don't know. Hey, humanity did have an ace up its sleeve. Like, fuck.
Oh, wow.
Like,
oh, wow.
To think you were never brainwashed by him, Zeke tells Eren. I told you this was pointless before we wandered for years in his memories.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you betray me? Your father told you nothing and made you inherit a Titan. Yet you're fighting just like he wanted?
Eren
oh my God.
made himself inherit the Titan.
Did Eren?
Eren made himself inherit the Titan.
Did Eren do it? Could you make... Okay, I'm not telling you this is true. I'm saying, could you make the argument that Eren's the one who gave Zeke a fucked up childhood?
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Because he didn't have the Attack Titan yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Grisha, didn't have the Attack Titan yet?
Yeah, I don't think...
I'm trying to just put my thoughts together. I'm sorry. I'm trying to understand.
It's okay. I also feel very, kind of stuck in my brain a little bit. My thoughts are... I feel like that's been a common occurrence in the last maybe, 4 episodes or so, where I feel like my brain kind of blows up a little bit during the show.
Yeah.
That afterwards I feel very desaturated and unsure exactly where to go, what to talk about, what are my thoughts, and my brain feels like so I want to turn off because this is so awesome. I just want to preserve it, keep it in there.
Okay, so once I was gonna do it now, but it'd make more sense once we get there narratively, chronologically. But once we get to the, I guess, revelation or the actual words later on in the episode about the Attack Titan and stuff, I would love to just try to take a second away from screen and talk, and try to really understand everything,
Mm-hmm.
But when when Eren was like, I am who I've always been from the moment I was born, and it's the fucking memory of Eren murdering those people with Mikasa. Oh my God.
I want to go back to last episode when Eren says, Zeke originally asks why, and obviously again in this episode he kind of asks for a more elaboration on that why. And originally in the last episode, Two Brothers, Eren says, because I was born into this world. And the inflection on the I specifically is what I'm calling to for this dialogue right in this moment in this episode we just watched, of him identifying what type of person he is and who he has always been. And so when you go back to that line of because I specifically me, the person that has all these traits that we now are hearing him call upon about himself,
rather than the complete opposite, which was the implication previously.
Well, because he lives here,
I'm just
he's alive.
Human.
He's another human. That's where you would go originally,
human,
out of context of how he truly feels about himself that you learn later on. You're like, because I was born sounds like a very poetic line, where really now it feels much more purposeful and because I know myself.
I was born
and
into this
I
world.
was born, and now we know the I make this path for myself. I decided to inherit this Titan and force this situation to come to pass. I am the true main character in charge of the story.
The only
if you will.
truth is that there is no truths.
And because I was born, things are gonna change.
Yeah.
The ace up your sleeve.
Fuck. God damn. You may have thought we were the same.
But you're wrong.
Oh my God. Grisha's
obviously Grisha doesn't want anyone to die. These people.
What a great line. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold myself back.
Oh, I wrote this one down. Okay, well I wrote it down in all I wrote was freedom. I'll steal theirs first.
Rather than letting someone steal my freedom, I'll steal theirs first. Holy shit. Oh my god, dude. The fire burning.
I can't, honestly, like, just if you take that line at, like, face value, you can't be too mad at someone that doesn't want their freedom taken away from them, because I think everyone is due freedom. I think everyone deserves, like, you know, to be happy and free.
I just... Fuck. Like, it's so fucking metal. Like, it's so crazy. Like,
everything Aaron says in this episode is, like, metal and cold and awesome. Yeah. Okay. So I wrote a little bit down. I tried to get a lot down in terms of, like, when Aaron was describing kind of what type of little brother Zeke was hoping for and expecting. Pathetic and convenient.
Yeah.
Convenient was my favorite. I wrote down convenient brother because I really liked that word choice of, like, it's convenient to Zeke for his narrative and for his selfish wants of his life to have a little brother. It's like this fulfilled Zeke, you know? Aaron has become, you know, like people say, like, don't have kids if you're, like, trying to, like, make them fill a void in your life or something. Like, you should, you know, fill your cup first and, like, you know, then. And it's like the convenient line. I really liked that. I liked that word choice. Yeah. To share your emotional scars with. Zeke wanted so badly to have this familial bond to share these burdens with and to be like-minded and it was convenient.
I want to talk about the lines in the background. If I'm honest, I'm just trying to really understand things. Mm-hmm. I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh, I completely understand this. This is one of those times that I'm just trying to grasp at straws to make sure I understand things before I try to dissect or anything. The conversation of Aaron and Grisha after Aaron had the interaction with Mikasa and killed his people.
That's going on at the same time as these little brother lines.
And because I was trying to read both captions while also looking at the...
I was focusing on the bottom, and that's why I caught it. I
wanted to talk about the top. Yeah.
It went so fast that all I read of the top was military police.
Okay, so I'm glad then, because I just want to read it with you. Okay, so they would have been long gone by the time military police arrived. This was Aaron's justification for doing what he did to Grisha. It would have been too late. Even so, you're just lucky, Aaron. And then this one. The way you casually threw your life away is what I'm angry about. Like, does he mean threw your life away as in, like, he was careless with his life and could have died there?
Right. Like, it's interesting here because, obviously, I think we even talked about it when we first saw this episode, that it's, like, this, you know, Grisha's in this kind of tough position because he can't be too mad at Aaron because Aaron protected another person and saved a little girl's life, basically. Well, you know, Mikasa helped a bit, but that Grisha was willing to protect someone is not something that Grisha wants to squash in his child or reprimand necessarily in his child. But he also, which is something that is a common theme kind of through the earlier seasons, in how some of the friends view Aaron, he doesn't want Aaron to take his life lightly. He wants him to know that his life is special, important, and he needs to take care of it. And I think that kind of line of throwing his life away is something you get throughout the first couple seasons in how some of the other characters view a maybe recklessness in actions.
I agree.
Like, we can't lose you. And then the whole fourth season, you know, once we get Levi and everyone back, they're like, you knew we had to follow you because you basically are our ace. You have the thing that we can't lose. And you used that so that we would come to your aid.
What would you describe it as? Like, obviously manipulative, sure. But, like, I don't know. It's so, like, it's more than that, you know? It's so deliberate. Everything
that he has done is... I guess now we're seeing even more so that everything that Aaron does is very, like, true to himself, deliberate, purposeful. And then as he gets older, there can possibly be seen some taking that and then using it to his advantage. Like, seeing what he can get from who he is and how he acts so that he can still be himself.
Yeah.
And what he can gain from still acting like himself, and how can he self-preserve while still doing what he wants to do. And that's by having people need him, care for him, want to fight with him or for him. That's how he can self-preserve while also getting what he wants.
Man, there's so much.
And then we get, just like Mr. Kazava did for me, and what's on the screen at the same time? Just a random little boy and I guess a father figure, maybe even playing ball at the same time, and we're walking by it. Aaron, I don't even think Aaron's looking necessarily at it. I don't know. It's clear that Zeke's looking at this little boy playing ball, but I feel like Aaron is somewhat still looking toward Grisha and Grisha's back.
Yeah.
And maybe even Zeke in this moment.
Also, before, back at that campfire scene, when Zeke was, like, walking away, Aaron was just, like, standing there, like, looking at Aaron and Mikasa, like, and, like, in their interaction, and Aaron giving Mikasa the scarf and blushing, and Aaron was just kind of standing there, like, staring at it.
It is like the rug pulled from under you. It is like the rug pulled from under you. It is like the rug pulled from under you.
It is like the rug pulled from under you.